Bye. Bye. Got some acid reflux going. How we doing, everyone? I guess we're kind of looking a little different right now. I'm wearing the pink. Because it's April, you know? Even though Easter already happened, we are in the next day. Feliz segunda-feira, meus amigos. Yeah, we're party animals. Not yet. Not yet. We still have some work to do. Can we make it to the next day streak? I sure hope so. But I'm going to assume that 2048, that being screenshotted, I don't know if I fully got that again. But yeah, it was the day of refresh, and we're going to also call it 2048. 2048 is going to be the year of us being refreshed. Hopefully. Hopefully. So let's click away. I hope, what do you think 2048 is going to be like? Last chance to comment that. I started a friends streak with my cousin Becca, so I was trying to get swoops going, but alas, no bueno, no es bueno. All right, Renato, we got somebody who's probably gonna be carrying. Hey, I stand corrected. He got we're almost holy shit, 41 out of 50 with the April quest. 40, what are we? 621 out of 1700. So that means we just need to get 1,000, which is pretty dope, which is pretty good. That he's almost halfway through that. I can't believe that. On a Monday, you know? Blah, 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 blah. Also, before clicking away at 2048, yesterday I forgot to capture it on here, but it was my 420th day streak. Nice. On that's yesterday. Today's going to be 421 on Finch, but 420. Yeah. It's the funny number. As a friend of mine that I started working on music with, he was just like, it's the funny number. And honestly, 420, I don't know why I joked about it so much. I remember speaking with Graham about the 420, and he's just like, you don't like, it's kind of funny how you just celebrate it, but you've never like actually had any. I don't know, it's funny to me. That's all I need, you know. It's just funny. It's a meme, you know. I don't know, doing all this stuff, the mundane life of like having to have a day job and like, you know, doing your Duolingos as like a faux social media influencer. It's kind of a dull, lonely life, and you gotta find some funs with some numerology and quips about you. Otherwise, I'd probably, you know, I don't know, I'd start going downtown and you know, buying illicit drugs and just, you know, waiting until everything expires with that. But with that, it's better to just do Duolingos every day. Focus on a discipline rather than hard drugs. But anyways, with that, speaking of which, I reject all of that. By the way, case in point, all negative things like that. I'm not really about like, for the longest time, I've been very open and very like liberal in the sense of like, I don't want to be the thing that denies or rejects anything, any which way or form. But sometimes, I guess maybe the year, like the day streak itself, I've kind of undergone some rejection. I don't think I'm gonna get that job that I was banking for. So I felt a little bit of trauma with. Not a little bit of, not trauma, but like I felt rejected, you know. That's kind of how today went. And I'm kind of sick. I feel sick to my stomach. A friend of mine also is, you know, adamantly like looking to reject me, and you know, it sucks, you know, when you get rejected in any way, shape, or form. So I'm hoping that although the day streak, I'm labeling it as. Oh my god, this fucking frame rate. Although I'm labeling this day streak at Man, I like how I'm just swearing not even under my breath. I'm just like, this fucking day streak. You know, fuck this shit. I'm closing an extra something else. Like, although it's labeled, like, it comes from a negative connotation, like, rejection's not fun. It's not a good thing. But how do we spin it to make it a positive year in 2049 days on the day streak? How do we do it? By simply saying, you know, we're going to reject, you know, not like be a stubborn, snide, condescending piece of shit about it, but just simply just, I would say, rejecting the notion that what I had to say, what my thought process isn't just stupid, or just condescending people that have rejected me, just kind of like adamantly be yourself, because you're not looking to like screw anybody over or do anything out of spite. If anything, you're trying to be as righteous as possible, Petey of the future. You've always tried to do things right, even though you didn't really feel like anybody was on your side with that. So, that's the commemoration of today, 2049 days on the day streak. I'll see you guys in a sec. Let's do our best, you know, and reject all the bad things, you know. That life's too short. I know I've been ghosted, and friends have yeeted me and kept me on the bottom rung of their roster. But you know what? I reject the notion that I am a bad person, because honestly, I'm pretty cool. Yeah, my mom thinks I'm cool. So see you in a sec. All right. Fernandez. All right, we got to get some XP. So that's going to be my goal for the day. Or I might even just say, whatever would it do. Personalized practice, let's do it.
Tenho uma sugestão para você.
I have a suggestion for you.
A informação é útil.
Information is useful. Next.
Abra o mapa, por favor.
Abra o mapa, por favor. Please open the map. Mostrar-me.
Às vezes, perdíamos a lista de compras.
We would lose shopping list. And I'm getting notifications saying to do my Duolingo. Oh my god. Ele nunca esqueceu. Esquecíamos dos presentes. Nunca esquecíamos dos presentes. We never forgot the gifts.
A informação é útil.
A informação é útil. I feel like I want to puke right now. Ele estava muito meio doente esses dias. Não podia aparecer na sua live. I was... Fala comigo, meu mano. Boa noite ou bom dia, onde você mora. Como você está? Eu estou muito bem. I was very sleepy this day and could not appear in your live. That's okay. Fabsalute, you are fabulous.
Faz 6 anos que ela é a melhor dançarina.
It's been 6 years since you came from me, or whatever. 1 week since you... I don't even know the words. It's been 6 years. Or it's more so, it's been 6 years since she has
Anos. 6. Faz. Que. Ela.
for her
Dançarina. Melhor.
since she picked since she became was it she
Melhor.
what it has been 6 years since she became the best dancer. It's been 6 years since she became the best dancer. Faz 6 anos é melhor a dançaria.
Faz 2 anos que ele dançou na festa.
Danceria.
Faz
Faz.
2
Dois.
anos que ele dançou na festa.
It's been 2 years since she danced at the party.
O tio vendeu a casa antiga.
O tio vendeu a casa antiga. Uncle sold the old house.
Ele escreveu um poema para ela. Ele escreveu um poema para ela. Ele escreveu um poema para ela.
I think it's ele. He wrote a poem to her. Ele escreveu poema para ela. Para. Yeah.
Sabe onde encontro o horário das aulas?
Do you know where I can find the class schedule?
Você sabe onde começa o curso? Você sabe onde começa o curso? Você sabe onde começa o curso?
Do you know where the course starts? Estamos trabajando nos quartos. Nos quartos. We've been working. Estamos trabalhando nos quartos de salas. I don't know. Desde 2021. I don't know what word it was asking for, but it's since, which is desde.
Estou vivendo aqui desde 2021.
That's such a long way to say 2021. 2021. Mostrar-me. -me. Mostre-me. Fuck. Esquecíamos. Yeah, nunca esquecíamos dos presentes. We never forgot the gifts. Desde. Estamos trabalhando nos quartos desde 2021. We've been working on the room since 2021. Yeah. All right, we got one more left. What is it? Mostre-me. Abra o mapa e mostre-me. Mostre-me. Forma abrevada. Você pode substituir estou to to. I know. Eu sei isso. Mas Duolingo não gostar isso. Infelizmente, eu quero usar to. But anyways, let's get that flame. Yeah. Let's see it. Yes, você falar de forma como aqui me mostra é bem mais natural. See, it's more natural, says Fabsaluti. Thanks, buddy. All right, let's take... Oh, we're 79% good. That really sucked. Let's see that flame, though. Boom. 2,049 days on the day streak. Keeping that flame going, keeping it alive, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Yes. Bitches don't matter. Ista. Yeah. Naya's my only bitch. I'm kidding. She's not a bitch. She's not a female dog. All right, we got a lot of time committed. So I'm going to send sugar to Renato. Yeah, there you go, buddy. Here's my sugar baby. Boom. 2,049 days on the day streak. You're the last in the 5% of learners to save the day streak. Nice save. You're welcome. Thank you. Ai, muito obrigado por assistir. Aqui. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. And we already sent some sugar. Boom, 2049. Monday. Extending your streak is the best way to end the night. Good job. Thanks, Mr. Duolingos. Oh my god. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we already cracked the double XP thrill of the hunt, so to speak. Okay, we only have 7. Oh yeah, see, look. 20 minutes learning. That's already done. So we're not going to get double XP for any of that. Rants. Oh, rants. So we might even just stop here and just be like... Tying the beam. 2049, the verdadero cabra. I am, I guess a chupacabra. That means to suck goat. There's actually this Netflix show called Chupa. To abbreviate chupacabra. But, you know, if you speak Spanish or Portuguese, and you know what that means. It's part of why I started learning. I'm not gonna say it. It's part of why I started learning Portuguese. Yeah, for the first part of the cabra. Funny thing is, like, all right, I'm gonna show peep. I'm gonna show my peep to everybody. Day 420. Yes. Oh my God, it's the funny number. 420. But alas, we have to click away from that. And that is a loudspeaker. That's why I like this phone. I might switch to this phone full time. Make a full commitment here. Oh, reach out to a long distance friend. I guess that's you. Right over there. My Duolingo viewer. Yeah. So anyways, let's continue on. A machine. I am the machine. Uma máquina. I am a chupacabra. Yeah. Oh, it's also Brazilian folklore. I thought it was just Mexican. See, and when I say that Brazilians are Mexicans, that's offensive. But it's true. Sorry, I'm an asshole. I'm sorry. Abra o mapa e mostre-me nunca esqueçamos dos presentes. Estamos trabalhando nos quartos desde 2021. Yeah, that. Isso. All right, but that got us. I mean, I'm not looking for the XP, but the combo bonus points is where we start cooking with gravy, homies. Yeah. Eu falo português. Oh, man, we're in this bullshit of like, oh, fuck you. Fuck this guy, Jay Earls, you piece of shit. He's almost got like half of the fucking week's worth. I don't want to do that. I don't want to fucking have a competition. Man, why wasn't it this difficult during my week off? Eu falo português. Melhor que o mano. Yeah, man. Uma besta in... What was it? The narrator of football of the Cristiano Ronaldo é uma besta engelada. Engelada? Uma besta Is that... Am I saying that right? I'm gonna... like greatest of all time. See... Greatest of all time is an acronym. G, greatest, O, of... A, all, T, time. So, like, it's funny how that transcends languages, where it's just, it loses a bit of its meaning, but you just call it, say, cabra, where it's like, oh, he's the GOAT, he's the greatest of all time. Uma besta engelada. How do you, I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't know how to pronounce that, homie. Hold on. Feliz Pescoa, by the way. The greatest... Fuck. Fuck. It's just a picture of the goat. Is that how you... Caged beast? Oh. It literally means... Beasta. I'm the beasta. Oh, I guess best is kind of like the beast in a way. Interesting.
Besta enjaulada.
Besta engelada. Besta engelada. Eu sou besta engelada. Ele é uma besta engelada. Goal. Fuck. Kicking the goal. I don't play soccer. I'm too blurpy. Sim, porque contexto se trata de alguém imparável. What is imparável? I don't know what imparável? Some imperative. I'm assuming that that's the cognate to it, but I'm not going to pretend I know what that means. I'm trying my best, man. We're going to do another one.
No Natal, recebíamos carros imaginários.
At Christmas, we used to sell imaginary cars. Oh, receive. I'm thinking in the terms of money now.
Eu adorava brincar com presentes imaginários. Eu adorava brincar com presente imaginários.
I love playing with imaginary gifts.
Onde está o formulário?
Onde está o formulário? Where's the form from?
Aqui está o formulário. Aqui está o formulário.
Here is the form.
As instruções estão aqui.
The instructions are here.
Eu traduzo as instruções.
Eu traduzo os instruções. I translate the instructions. Instruções. I an S.
Muito nojento.
Muito nojento. Very disgusting. Eu sou.
O molho no macarrão estava nojento.
O molho na macarrão está fucking my butthole. Macarrão. O molho na macarrão está... I don't know. Did you say nojento? Oh, the sauce on the pasta was disgusting. O molho no macarrão está nojento. Oh, I could say things that are disgusting. Está horrível. Nojento. Muito ruim. Moyo, see, thanks for writing it out for me. Onde está o formulário, ou onde está o formulário mais comum esse tá? Oh, yeah. Tá. KKKKK, says Senor Valentim. Como vai, meu amigo? I was just, hey, long time no talk, Senor Valentim. It's like, it's been forever, my dude. Like, 2 minutes.
Uma aventura imaginária.
An imaginary adventure. Uma aventura imaginária.
Uma personagem imaginária.
Uma
Uma personagem imaginária.
Yeah, imaginaria. An imaginary character. That is where I use my visual reference to the art style of Bleach as a muse.
Por que tem tantos formulários?
Por que tem tantos formulários? Por que tem tantos? Tem tantos. That's hard to say. That's sharp. Por que tem tanto? Por que tem tantos formulários? Por quê? Why do we have so many formulas? Tem tantos formulários. Eat my ass. Por quê? Por quê? Tem tantos formulários. Formularios. Formularios. Fucking. Why are there so many forms? Onde está os formulários?
Você fuma.
Do you smickle? Do you smoke? Você fuma.
No
you
Natal,
smoke?
recebíamos carros imaginários.
Christmas. At Christmas, we receive. Oh, sorry. We received. We used to. Past tense. Fuck. We used to receive imaginary cars. Which, that's a weird Christmas tradition, but I'm open-minded. Macaroni and cheese. Macaroni and cheese. Alright, we're in 10th place because we're better than most people. We're better than most people. I'm kidding. We're not really that good. Oh shit, we're gonna lose. I just went from 10th place to 12th place. Yeah. Thanks, man. We're gonna do one mistake eraser, and then I think we're gonna...
No Natal, recebíamos carros imaginários.
Oops, imaginary cars. There we go. There it is. There is a point to all of this because... Did that give us combo bonus points to max us out? Yeah, girl. Yeah. We are close to the demotion zone because it's going to be a hard climb upwards. I spent too much time talking, so that means the double XP we won't have. So the rest of this week we're going to be playing catch-up as I look like a DreamWorks animation with all this choppy video work right here. This video encoding bullshit that we have to go through. Why do I have a fairy type Pokemon tab open? I'm going to close this. I think this is what's eating up my bandwidth. Not like the 20 tabs that I have open on this browser. Oh yeah, by the way, subscribe to my channel. Man, my 2000 Duolingo streak celebration has 48 views. I was really hoping that it would get 50. But alas, I have lost friends. Oh yeah, I just got distracted. My ADHD is just kicking in. Ooh, cozy cottage clock. I'm testing out some things, homies. Macahau. Macarrão. Macarrão. Marcarrão. Macarrão. Oh, you know what? I could finish this up and maybe get double XP.
Terminei o aquecimento.
Terminei o aquecimento da sala. Da salad. I finished heating the room.
O aquecimento da casa está funcionando bem. O aquecimento da casa está funcionando bem.
The house heating is working well.
Arran no lago.
The frog in the lake. Minha.
Vou pegar o trem.
Vou pegar o trem das 8 para chegar todo. Cedo. Fuck. Early. I will take the train at 8 to arrive early. Eu vou pegar o ônibus nesta cidade, pegar para o centro. Okay. So downtown is just center, city center.
Por que usa esse condimento?
Why don't you use that seasoning? Why do you? Oh, fuck. I see. Okay. Real quick. It's why do you use that seasoning? Or it could also mean why don't you? Why not? Why don't you use that seasoning? I feel like both are fine. Both would work. There's a bit of latency from the audio to video, so I'm going to confuse the camera by being a weirdo. But really, why don't you use the blah blah blah? Asking for a friend here. Why don't you use that seasoning? Why do you use? Like, I feel like that question would be, it doesn't have to be literal. I feel like the meaning could be both. Condimento é picante. Acho que esse condimento é picante. I think this condiment is spicy, baby. It is spicy. It's spicy.
O gato não está em cima da cama.
O gato não está em cima da cama. The cat. Isn't the cat on the bed?
Eu vou procurar o cachorro debaixo da cama. Eu vou procurar o cachorro debaixo da cama.
I'm going to look for the dog under the bed.
Fica perto da estátua.
It's near the statue.
Tem uma estátua grande ali.
Tem o estátua tem grande ali or something like that. Tem uma estátua grande ali. I have a large statue there. There has a large statue over there. Yeah.
A estátua fica na outra rua. A estátua fica na outra rua. A estátua fica na outra rua.
Nah. Nah. Sheets of Egyptian cotton. A estátua fica na... How the fuck do I know that song?
Eles vão ensinar a fazer.
Eles vão ensinar a fazer...
Eles vão ensinar a fazer sobremesas.
Eles ensinar a fazer sobre as something mesas. Oh shit. Eles vão ensinar a fazer sobremesas. They're going to teach how to make desserts.
Por que usa esse condimento?
Why do you use that seasoning? Yes, that. Esse sazão. Shazam. We got some jammy gems. Give me that sugar. Yes. And then is this a meaning?
Aranhas no jardim.
Okay, so we don't actually get double XP for completing this, but that's okay. That is okay. Sarah completed her 14-day streak. That's good. Sig Cypher completed some stuff. Obsidian League, very good. Diamond League, very good. April Badge, very good. April Badge. Perfect lesson. Everybody's doing good. Oh, wow. April Badge already for folks. That's pretty good. Pretty good. How many do I have for the April Badge? Like, it says I have 42, but, like, we know it's, like, 44. So I think by the end of this week, we're going to have 50. At the very least, once we finish the friend quest. But o meu no macarrão está no jeito. Gento. Eu falo português. Eu falo português. Do. You know that song? It's cringy though. Oh wait, do we have one short day in the Emerald City? One short day.
Uma escola abandonada.
Uma escola abandonada. The abandoned school.
Uma casa abandonada. Uma casa abandonada.
An abandoned house. Yes.
Uma aranha marrom.
A brown spider.
Uma aranha na cadeira. Uma aranha na cadeira.
The spider on the chair.
Os noivos vão adorar essa música.
Os noivos vão adorar essa música. The engaged couple will love this song.
Os noivos participaram de todas as danças. Os noivos participaram de todas as danças.
The fiancés took part in all the dances.
Rato em casa.
A rat. A mouse in the house. A house mouse. Mouse inside the house. Like the Cat in the Hat. Rato na cozinha. Yeah.
A gente não conhece a Ana.
A gente não conhece a Ana. We don't know Anna. Você também sabe. Você também sabe. Conhece o médico. Fuck, I forgot that conhece was another thing. Oh boy. Alright.
Sim, eu vou fechar a porta.
Yes. I am going to close the door. Sim. Eu estou fechar a porta. Eu vou
Estar
fechar.
com vontade de sair.
Estar com vontade de sair. I feel like going out. Right, Mr. Moyo Fabsolucci? Eu. To feel.
Estar. De. Ler.
I don't know. Estar com vontade. Oh, to be with voluntary to read.
Estar com vontade de correr.
Estar com vontade is to feel like. Okay. De correr is running. Conhece o médico. Você também conhece o médico. You also know the doctor. Doctor. E sim, eu vou fechar a porta. Eu gosto. Estar com vontade.
Né.
Com
Vontade de ler.
Yeah, bitch. We got it. Alright, well, that's pretty much it. I don't really have... I guess we're in 10th place, but I don't know if that's truly what that means. Honestly, wow. Everybody's kind of done with their stuff. Like, everybody's settled down. Not too many people are logged in. 70. This must be a rough Monday for everyone. I feel like puking right now. I feel like throwing up. Too much information, I know, but somebody's got to say it. Wow, Victor almost has 1,000,000 XP. Holy shit. We're on our 194th week on Diamond League since we, I don't know, since we declared that. We lost the friend quest because of inconsistencies from the super duos. And that sucks, being spited like that. So, I will probably stress eat more in response. We've got 4 mistakes to erase, but I think I might just leave that for tomorrow, honestly. And just to warm things up. Because if we spent 20 minutes learning, that would have been pretty rough. And you know, you never know. I could probably log off after today and somebody would undercut us. But given that today, for some reason, is fairly calm, the pacing was pretty nice for the day streak. Even though we still spent like 30 minutes of actual learning, the XP count wasn't that much. But it was actually like productive, moving the needle forward type of learning, like actually moving the learning forward. So 2,049 days on the day streak. Let me just make the camera do what it has to do. Let's take a look at this flame one last time too. Thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Boom. There we have it. 2,049 days on the day streak. We are, in fact, party animals. Yes. On the day streak. Yeah. So, 2049. It's kind of like I've been kind of feeling this the whole week. Like last week and also a bit of the weekend. Just the feelings of rejection. You know, friends ghosting you. And if you ever feel that, just, you know, let's talk about our feelings in a comment section of sorts. But for me, at least for today, I feel like, well, I kind of always felt this where I just kind of talk to people and it just ends up being me talking to a wall. And so doing this streaming thing, it kind of gives me that open air to just be like, to just say whatever I want, you know, like who cares? I mean, maybe it could come and bite me someday in some career-oriented field, but I don't care. I mean, I do and I don't. Do we really, like, are we going to, like, condemn somebody based off of, like, them, like, on their beliefs and like, what they say? Not even, like, if you say stuff, you could even just be playing a character, you know? It doesn't really, doesn't really mean too much on that. But, yeah, I feel like rejection might come from my end of just rejecting things that I see as bad. And that could be a more positive spin of 2049 being the prediction of what I think it could be. But anyways, that's besides the point. We're going to talk about our fee-fees in a sec. I'm going to chat with Peep. We're going to be like, yo, we're going to continue the story we left off on. Oh no, the Wicked Witch of the West is about to attack. Then suddenly the Wizard of Oz shows up. It's time to pay, witch. You have captured the innocent and terrorized long enough. Only because you turned the people against me with your lies. She'll say anything to excuse her evil. And he'll say anything to stay in power. See, this is how, it's just like politics. People looks back and forth between them. This is so confusing, Cheap. Is the witch wicked or not? Is the wizard wise or not? They both caused harm. Owning up is the first step to fixing it. I'm going to say, people are complicated, but no one is beyond a second chance. Well, actually, they both caused harm. Let's acknowledge the truth here. Peep, I'm calling it like I see it. You both hurt Oz. Cheap, and you need to own up to it. Yeah. Accountability, it's not shiny, but it works, says the Tin Woodpecker. I lied to stay in charge, and I chose cruelty instead of compassion. You Monroe, beauty mark having bird. That's step one, Cheap. It only gets easier from here. Yeah. Wow, you didn't pick a side. You picked what was right. Thanks. Couldn't have done it without my friends. I get wobbly without backup, Cheap. Yeah, talk things out. That's what we doing. We're talking our feelings out. Now, I will say that's kind of a testament of the day. It's like I could have been like, well, no, people can, the old Petey, actually the Petey of I don't know, I would say the era, the hermit era of me believing oh, people can be changed, people can be saved. Nobody's beyond a second chance. Sometimes, oops, and then we're cutting off. There we go. Sometimes, you get burned, you have a bridge that's burnt so many times that it's well, it's well, no, this is what happened. This is the truth, and that's okay. And I would say, owning up to it could mean a lot of different things for a lot of different people. When it comes to straight up apologizing, that can work for a while, but eventually, if there's no foundational change and a certain pattern that is toxic for everyone involved, then that could lead to a slippery slope that then, becomes a negative relationship, potentially down the line. And maybe that's why I'm not really friends with anybody in my personal life, just because I fall into it myself, where I'm definitely not perfect. That's for sure. I am definitely not a person to I don't know. I say that, but I still believe that I'm still a good person in the core of me. And yeah. But yeah, it's sometimes you gotta I guess the rejection part of it is the positive spin on rejection is that, hey, sometimes you got to be a little bit assertive, hey, look, I'm doing everything I can to just be a good person and to see people through and hear people out. But it's you know what? I can't let idly sit by and just be just accept somebody. For example, the person that was, I wouldn't say responsible, but was in the room when my friend Graham passed away. It's not like he absolutely ended his life, this person that was in the room with him, but he was a very big instigator of all the turns of events that led to him passing on and being destroyed. He led to that thing. So it's hey, you can be forgiven, but You got to own up to it. You got to have accountability at the very least. And if you don't, then you have that right to, but if you don't, then that's your choice. That's your prerogative. There's nothing I can do. I can't tell you what to do, but it would be nice if that's an extreme case. Something of that realm, though, where, you have I guess rejection in the sense of drawing hard lines in to protect your ecosystem might be good. I guess that's what's called establishing boundaries. But even then, it's like I still don't hold my identity to those boundaries. So people can cross them, and I will acknowledge that they've crossed a boundary. But I won't be like, hey, get out, until it gets to be a little much. So I'm still learning about that. Maybe when I become a stubborn old man by 2049, I don't know, I'll be grumpier about it, that's for sure. But hopefully not too unpleasant. Want the more viewers, best followers and viewers on whatever this thing is. Thanks, spamming bot on Twitch, for having the poor, language and all that stuff. Oh, man. So anyways, I guess that's my tangent for the philosophy of rejection. And, on one hand, let's look at this flame one last time here. And boom. And in the inverse of rejection, receiving rejection from my end, trying to find the positive of that is very hard. Because, you see those memes where, the worst she could say is no. And then she just totally... I've seen this instance in which there's a guy trying to ask a girl out, and the worst she could say is no. And then they just basically publicly shame and humiliate him for just having the vulnerability to get to know someone. Not in any creepy way, just a, starting conversation. And it's just like, yeah, this is why I went online. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with any in-person interactions. Part of why I don't really like the gym. I like exercise. I don't like the gym. And there's nothing more of a turnoff than just I don't know. Public shaming. I feel like if any attractive person that does that just eviscerates somebody socially, it's like, I don't even care if you're a bombshell. You're a piece of shit. But I don't know. I'm rambling on right now. The case in point, though, sometimes it's good to, I guess maybe dealing with rejection or enacting it. I don't know how that year's going to go, or maybe this is when I become a born-again Christian and reject all other religions. And finally, have some sort of religious backing that is benevolent. We'll only find out once we make it that far. If I make it that far to 50, to my 50s and whatnot, that's going to be insane. That's going to be insane, man. That's going to be I don't even know if my parents would be around. If the bunny made it this far, holy shit. That'd be amazing. But, it's just... I wonder what life would be like in that point. Scares the shit out of me. But on 2000, just being the 2049 day streak, are we going to have flying cars finally? Probably not. We're probably going to have, robot replacements. I might not be alive. But or it's just, I finally found a level of self-respect that asserts the ideals that I've always had and finally rejects anything else outside of it. As a stubborn old man that it might be, sometimes some people just, like, if you have the intuitive thought of saying, hey, this works for me, this is what I like, you're right. A lot of the time, the world is going to convince you that, no, you're not right. Maybe you should rethink your way of thinking. Honestly, I've been doing that. How's that working out? Not good. I'm not having a good life. So I think I'm just going to go back and just be maybe not unapologetically blunt or what have you, but just adamantly myself. I said in response to and I'm going to share this as like kind of a vulnerable thing, but I will somebody said, like, don't share all of your, like, information because people are, listening, watching to find your weakness. And it was like a story that a friend of mine wrote, and and I'm not going to mention their name, I'm just going to read it out loud. What I said was, putting yourself in the courage of trusting is the only way I've been able to reconnect with anyone. I'd be a hermit otherwise. And that's part of the reject that I've had in the past. Rejection of other people, along with as a remedy for rejection of being rejected. But I'm going to just say it without getting into a tangent. Let's go. Putting yourself in the courage of trusting is the only way I've been able to even reconnect with anyone. I'd be a hermit otherwise. The sentiment of going where you're loved is why I have to always keep moving and allow the condescenders to think what they think. And if you keep moving on, know full well who are your friends and foes, then it shouldn't matter what archontic manifestation they choose to enact in this. He said, she said high school paradigm. I graduated in, I'm not going to say when I graduated, but 20-something. I graduated in 20-something and went full circle from not giving a shit and knowing the answers and just knowing the answers. Like, just, I had wisdom then to, and knowing the answers and living my life to how I saw fit, to being accommodating and then compromising my ideals, to then coming to the conclusion that I'm actually not that big of a dumbass. Only a little. And sometimes you just have to laugh at the situation of people's seriousness in their condescension against you. Because they're nothings to it. Because they're nothings too. All in all, they're nothings too just as much as I am. And even when it comes to the blatant ghostings, I'm still going to talk to people pretending like they're still my friends. And when you are adamantly yourself in a room full of people that hate you or loathe you or ostracize you, through levels of condescension and the vapid assumption. Let me start over that last paragraph. When you are adamantly yourself in a room full of people that hate you, that ostracize you, that loathe you, through levels of condescension and the vapid assumption that you're not reading the room because of whatever flavor of autism you have, that's just when you keep talking and keeping true to yourself. Nothing gained, nothing to lose. Waste their fucking time. Waste their fucking time. I reject the notion that this unspoken social rule where I'm supposed to just assume that because you're not talking to me that I'm just going to shut the fuck up. Fuck you. Fuck you. Grow some balls and be rejectful, and reject me. Come on. I could take it. I'm a little bitch. I'm wearing pink. It's an effeminate color. It means I'm sensitive with girls. It means I'm sensitive with the chicks, man, but I could take it. Come on. Let's be real with each other for once in our goddamn fucking motherfucking piece of shit life. Because we only got one of them. And I'm sick of this milquetoast, like, flaccid penis of a life that we're all fucking living, where just nobody's real. This is all kind of a, like, not to be all hippy dippy, but this is like I'm looking around going like, what the fuck? Do we have nothing? I don't know. Do we have nothing to like worth that's sacred? Is everything just kind of milquetoast funny, like office desk having a cake? Like office birthday party having a fucking shitty potassium bromate laced cake with high fructose corn syrup and titanium dioxide to whiten the frosting. And I'm just supposed to say, you know, like that milquetoast lame fucking joke that you said like 10 times that I didn't laugh at the fucking first time, and I had to fucking pretend that, you know, what you said was worth fucking listening to was funny the 5th time. Like, are we real? This is why I don't want to work for an office space ever fucking again, because it's just like that's the death sentence. That's the that's a part of my life that I'm just glad that I put aside, so to speak. So anyways, I need to like calm down. But I'm going to say, you know, I made it through the day, and that's something to acknowledge at that. And I'm going to send my Finchie out for our 420th adventure with the little mousey. And I hope that made sense. I hope that kind of, I don't know if it ruffled any feathers, but that definitely I feel like resonated with me in that I should write a fucking book, man. I don't know, screw this songwriting bullshit. Maybe I should write a goddamn book. Well, we are going to take a look at that flame one last time, officially. Boom. Because it's midnight, and we're done for the night. I'm angsty. Thank you for sticking with it, saying hello, helping me keeping that flame alive. We are party animals, and with that, thank you so much for watching. Muito obrigado por assistir. Boa noite. Ciao, ciao for now. Take care. Até próxima. That's it for the 40s, the 2040s. Gone like the wind, as if we never lived. But maybe, with this ending, we could find a new beginning elsewhere. And hopefully, maybe there'd be some sort of a reunion in 2050. Catch you next time. Ciao, ciao. Até próxima.
The song has restored my strength.